Hey guys, we're part of Parkview High School's newspaper. I'm Natalia.
I'm Allison.
I'm Ava.
And I'm Abby.
Please don't bully us in your group chat.
Thank you for
That is
everything.
targeted.
That is targeted.
And we just recently went on a social media and caffeine cleanse to test the effects in our daily lives, and we're here to tell you how it went.
We went 7 days with no social media and no caffeine.
caffeine.
So that includes Celsius, no TikTok, no
Instagram,
no Snapchat.
So this started because Mr. Andres,
He wanted to challenge us to something else. We're going to write an article. So we're going to talk about caffeine addiction
and go around talking to people.
And interview people about like their social media and caffeine addiction.
Not ours.
Yeah, not ours. But Mr. Andres decided to challenge us, and we switched it around. So my goals were to start going on be more active. I was gonna go on runs. I was gonna work out. I was gonna go me and Allison were gonna go on 2 runs, right, Allison?
Yeah.
We wanted to go on 2 runs. We ended up not going on 2 runs, but
Just one.
yeah, but that was our goal. So I wanted to be more
Improvement.
active.
Better than nothing, you know?
Yeah, and be
Yeah.
more productive, you know. What about you, Abby?
My goals were to just
She wanted to get better at basketball. Is what happened. She wanted to hop off the bench. She wanted to
the bench is crazy.
and she wanted to go absolutely crazy. That was her goal.
So I'm still on the bench, so it didn't work.
So my goals were just to better myself academically. My grades were slipping, so I just wanted to get back on track.
Natalia was going crazy in chess during this time.
Okay.
Natalia? Okay.
Yeah.
So then we get to day 1, right? We start the challenge. Ash puts passwords into our phones. So we're getting Ash to put in all the passwords. So we cannot,
Yeah.
like we only have 1 minute on
Set
each
a
platform.
screen time password.
No one knows the password,
Yeah, for everyone's phone, so it would shut off.
So we couldn't see anything. So we couldn't go on social media even if we tried. It was we had 1 minute on each thing because we didn't want to delete our stuff. And we moved it to the last page on our phones.
So that we wouldn't try to click on it.
Yeah. So it wouldn't be on our minds.
So day 1, we start the challenge. Everything is fine, really.
Yeah.
And then
You know, we're living it up. We're making jokes.
Yeah.
We're asking
Yeah.
people their predictions.
we're talking, we're being real people. And Abby, of course, is doing her math homework. She has math right after newspaper, and that's just.
Pre-calc with Mr. Marsh, hard class.
But yeah, everything was going fine, except I look over at Abby's
My math work.
computer.
Her
Tell me
quote-unquote
why
math work.
she's on Instagram and Snapchat.
Okay, it's been 10 minutes. Abby's working on her pre-calc.
Right, Abby?
What the
10 minutes into the challenge.
What's the matter with you?
10 minutes into the challenge, we're like, we had to give Abby a pep talk. So we caught her. What are you doing,
video
Abby?
here.
Yeah.
Get yourself out of the gutter.
You have to
Get
just
on
take
it.
a minute and then reset.
I had to give Abby
You know.
a real talk. I had to put my foot down. with her.
Natalia was very motivating.
For you to stay strong, it's been 15 minutes.
Very motivating.
In the beginning, you might have some struggles, but towards the middle, it'll get a little better.
Yeah, and we decided that we're gonna do some arts and crafts each day.
So in class, we were doing a lot of activities. So the first day, we did a little sand art moment. So I started I brought this to class, and we're like, okay, we got a little inspo pic inserted here, and we're like, okay, we're gonna do this blind, deaf, and mute. So
And we performed wonderfully.
we performed amazingly. So Abby and Allison were blind.
Yeah.
I was deaf.
And I was mute. It was honestly a wonderful activity. We were not on our phones the whole time. As Abby and Allison were blind. They
We made sure of that.
And
Yeah,
gave it
we
to Mr.
made
Andres.
sure that they were blind.
We gave it to Mr. Andres at the end.
He loved it. He was just really impressed at our new habit, our new
We were giving back.
activity. Exactly. To our wonderful teacher. Wanted him to really know how much we appreciate him.
him.
Andres, we have a present for you.
Thank you. Isn't this better than being on social media all day?
It is.
All of this is happening, and then we get a text message from Ash Strayer, The one
she
who
sends
set
us
the passwords, yeah.
exactly. She sends us a picture. Allison is texting her, saying, begging for the password. She says, quote unquote password, please, and we're like, oh no, this
What's
is not
going on?
We're not gonna let this slide. We're like, Ash, do not send her the password. This is not okay.
And Ash stayed strong throughout the entire week. She did not give the password.
She was a wonderful password keeper, you know.
Allison ends up resetting her Apple ID.
Okay, listen. So
Explain yourself.
I was at lunch and I was being tempted.
By who?
We won't speak about
Who? Oh, I know who.
and an individual.
I'm telling you, individuals these days.
A certain individual was putting their phone in their face and scrolling down on Instagram Reels, being like, "Don't you miss this? Don't you miss this?"
Oh my God.
then
Don't you
This
think
is
I should cut
unacceptable.
this friend off if
Yeah,
you're like
don't
doing
be-
that?
This is
It was
unacceptable.
all jokes and fun, but in physics class, I reset my password because I really needed a TikTok fix
Yeah, she was fiending for TikTok
and
at this
Instagram
point.
Reels.
And Instagram Reels.
And then I also popped out a Celsius because I was actually about to pass out in that
she
class.
completely
That is
cheated
to
the
us.
challenge.
So
So
technically, I did a 6-day challenge, but we won't say.
she got back on it
Let's not
though.
say.
She apologized to me.
Let's not say.
She apologized to me after, and she
Yeah.
said, Ava, like, I'm starting new today. The next day, I got her confession. Mr. Armstrong.
So yesterday during physics,
I don't care.
I put in my Apple ID and I reset the password.
No! Confession. Mr. Andres was completely.
Yeah, he was really disappointed.
He was very sad. His face.
And that
You don't
did that go to the heart?
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
that's
that
why
kind
I
of hurt you.
that's why I stayed strong for the next
That's
6
why
days.
she went crazy the next 6 days.
Like,
She
Did that
couldn't.
keep you up at night?
Yeah.
She's like, oh my God, who am I?
I
Oh.
look in his eyes. Like,
Yeah.
I
The
couldn't.
disappointment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
We had to get back into it.
Yeah. So, like, towards the beginning, how were you guys feeling?
I was honestly, the beginning and the end, I was fiending. I was like, oh my God. I was like, I want TikTok. I want TikTok. Before newspaper class, me and Natalia were scrolling and scrolling
Oh, yeah.
just to get our like fix in
The
before
last
we had to
fix
do it.
before.
Exactly.
This week, the watermelon game did kind of blow up at the school,
Exactly.
Yeah, we just replaced all of our screen
Social.
time.
Yeah.
which is not really healthy.
It was about
but
5 hours each on watermelon.
Every day. Every
Mr.
day.
Andres was like, is this really what we should be doing? Like, we found ourselves replacing social media with different things. Like,
negative things.
Yeah. Watching shows, doing the watermelon game, you know.
Natalia
Definitely.
played a lot of chess.
Okay. So, like, towards the middle of the experience, we decided to make slime.
Oh, yes. This was the best part, I think.
Yeah, we went crazy.
We went absolutely.
Gallon of slime.
Natalia brings in a gallon of glue, and she's like, "We're gonna go crazy. We have all these buckets, and we're like completely. The class is filled with joy. You can truly
Yeah.
feel it. Like
Everyone wants to touch our slime.
everyone wants a part of that. Like it was so much fun. We were not on our phones the whole time. We were laughing. We were bonding as
Yeah,
friends.
like, the people that participated definitely did get closer during, like, the cleanse. Midway.
Midway. Okay, so during class, I was really happy. Like, I was over the moon. I was super happy. But
Ooh, over the moon.
honestly, during the middle of the cleanses when it was easy, I was like, I got into my flow. Like, I realized what I could do. I was working out a little bit, you know, doing my homework.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah. And I just kind of realized what I could replace my social media with. I was going to bed like at 8, 9, like really early, guys.
Hashtag no life.
No life, like.
So the people that were drinking Celsius day after day before this cleanse, did you guys experience some sort of withdrawal from that?
Definitely.
Honestly, I was feeling really tired during school. Like, although Abby was caught
Oh.
drinking caffeine.
So,
I was.
Abby, tell us about this
occasions.
experience.
I did in fact forget that Dr. Pepper had caffeine in it.
like, what?
So I drank a few of those.
And let's just put an exact number on that. What's a few?
How many?
Let's
Define
say,
a few.
Let's just say 2.
No, say the truth.
Let's
Abby.
just say 2.
Okay.
I did also drink a little bit of a Celsius. Only like a quarter of one though. It was just Natalie had a Celsius and she
And
was
she
like,
was begging.
she was like, "Do you want the rest
And
of
we
it?"
caught her.
And I was
Carly,
like, "Yes,
Carly
please."
Insert
sold
the
her
picture.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah, insert
Carly
picture
sold
here.
her out. Thank you, Carly, for keeping Abby accountable. But it was so sad. I was like this screenager. I was like, there's absolutely no way.
And I have a question for you, Abby. realistically, how long did you go without caffeine during that week? During that week?
4 days. I was tired during school, but I feel like I'm always tired.
Yeah, I think it's just the school air. Like,
yeah.
how about you, Allison? How did you feel?
Like in physics, I was literally like about to fall asleep. Like,
Oh no, yeah.
Yeah.
Like in classes where we didn't have our friends.
Yeah, in history, I did fall asleep.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So this is what happens to us when we don't have Celsius. But we powered through it.
I
Pretty
also
much.
felt like it encouraged me to sleep more at night, so I wouldn't be scared the
yeah.
next day. Because I didn't have caffeine.
Well, I think we should like acknowledge that Celsius is not good for you.
Yeah,
Oh,
Celsius
yeah,
is not
we-
good for you
we
guys.
know,
As we're
but
all drinking
And
one
we're
right
aware.
now.
But
you guys are self-aware now.
yeah, we're self-aware. But it honestly did help my sleep. Like I was going to bed, as we know, at 8:39.
And what time were we waking up?
Bro, I was waking up at like 7, 8. Like
Wow,
I'm sleeping
11
like for
hours?
11 hours at this
Wow.
point.
Everyone has cheated like a little bit.
Allison
So bad.
went through her little Apple ID reset. Abby, not realizing Dr. Pepper was caffeine.
Oh.
Tell me why, when the experiment is over, me and Allison open TikTok and we see a little TikTok posted by Abby Mira.
she's singing some Drake
I
song.
completely
She's-
forgot about this.
Um,
Tell me why halfway. Because every night we were sending each other screen times.
Uh-huh.
Tell me why we find out that Abby had literally
Edited.
edited her screen
No.
time.
She
It
would
was
rather
just too easy. It was just too easy.
she replaced her 15 minutes on TikTok. Like, how does she, first of all, how does she do this? But she replaced her 15 minutes on TikTok with 15 minutes in photos. And we're like, Abby, we got this out of her finally.
We were shocked by this,
Yeah.
really.
We're
Like,
like, Abby, this is absolutely unacceptable. We need to get ourselves
like
in check.
why are you lying, you know?
You know, just
Why are you
tell
ashamed?
us.
Like, don't be ashamed.
We're always here for you, Abby. We didn't know why you didn't tell us. We were really sad about that.
We're gonna judge you, but like, you did it to yourself. Do we think we could do this more often or go longer?
Okay, so honestly, I could do it more often. Like, I could go a week, but going longer might be a little hard. But I think if I really put my mind to it, like if I was like locked in to the max, I could do it. Like, I
Like
could
$1
go.
million at the end.
Okay, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
I'd do that
I
for
could
a
go a
month.
year. I could go a year. Don't even worry. You have to have a reason behind it.
So, what have we learned throughout this experience?
I learned I don't need my phone. Honestly, I'm not on TikTok as much anymore as I used to be. Like, before, I'm telling you, like 5-6 hours on TikTok, like absolutely insane. Like, on the weekend. I found to replace that with other things, and now I'm on TikTok for like maybe 1 or 2 hours. Like, it's not as bad anymore.
Like after the 12 hit on Sunday night, I went like,
Oh, we went crazy,
No,
bro.
yeah, Ash
I
texted this password at 12 a.m.
yeah.
We,
And then I watched TikToks for an hour.
no, yeah.
And then, but the caffeine part, I didn't drink caffeine for the rest
No,
of the
yeah.
week.
For
Yeah.
all of winter break, me and Allison barely drank any caffeine. Like, we were on it.
Oh, and how much money do you guys think you guys saved?
Oh my God.
Oh, probably like
So much.
$250 every day.
That's crazy.
No,
bro.
Yeah.
me and Allison used to go crazy in the summer, like at least $300 spent on Celsius.
Wow.
Rich, that's shit. Take a look at these diamonds, wrong as a life for squinting, can't just stare. We're bae through thick and thin, she already fixed on.
Like, me and Allison used to chug down 3 Celsiuses each.
The thing is, that's
In
not
summer.
an exaggeration.
No,
Like,
it's
that's
not.
probably,
We're
like,
not,
close
guys. We're
to
not
accurate.
exaggerating. We are embarrassed by this, but we did do that during our
At
little
one
bike
point,
rides.
Allison drank 8 in
Yeah.
It was-
24 hours.
Yeah, like maybe like
Share your
36
story.
hours. Like, it's just, like,
And then
drinking
she
them
did
all.
not sleep for the next 4 days.
No,
No,
I
it
was
was
actually
crazy.
I
Slept
took
right
a nap
after.
right after.
That's how inclined to Celsius we are. Now we just need one, and we're good.
Were our grades affected by this experience?
Yes, honestly, my grades went up. Like,
My
I
grades
went,
went up too.
Yes,
I went
same.
crazy on my essay. Like, we had an essay due in AP Lang, and I absolutely like I was going crazy. Like, that was my entertainment. That was my newfound passion. How about you guys? How about you, Abby? Abby doesn't think her grades changed.
Mine like stayed the same.
So let's rate our experiences on a scale of 1 to 10, just to end off this podcast.
Okay, so my experience was honestly an 8. Like, I felt like it was pretty good.
Yeah, me too.
It was not that bad.
I'd give
like,
it a 7.
Yeah, 7.
7, yeah.
It wasn't like that bad. I think
like I could definitely do a week again.
Yeah.
A week wasn't that bad, but like a month, that would be harder.
I feel like if we did it again, we could like
Be better this
be
time.
yeah.
We could definitely do better after we have the experience from this
Yeah.
time. Thank you for listening, and we recommend you do try. Like,
Try a week.
Try a week. See how it affects you. See if it benefits you. See if anything happens to you. See if your grades go up. Like, if you really need your grades to go up, do it. Try it. And that's all.
Hopefully all the moms see this.
Yeah, hopefully all the moms. Thank you, guys.
Bye, guys.